He could get a Lincoln Sphere here. Gonna make Necrophosis day harder. But yeah, we're gonna play one quick ad for our sponsor XBet here, and then we're gonna load in and see how this works out for both of these teams.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO, casino and live dealers. Highest payouts, 100% bonus on your first deposit.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so we're in. Solo tick already starting it off by getting a sneaky ward down in that Radiant jungle. I like spots like these. I like either here, here, or here a lot. I know nobody uses them in terms of efficiency, but it's not so much about the efficiency, it's mostly about how often are you able to gank if somebody is in the position that you reveal with the ward kind of situation. Like if you know somebody, if you know there's two people walking here this way, then you know, okay, gank's coming our way. If you see somebody walking this way, then you know, okay, they're either gonna try to take mid or try to take rune. Let's intercept them while they're walking like either this, this, or this. You just come up with with two people and, you know, grab a kill here. Okay, I really need a drawing tablet or something to draw on the map properly if I want to explain shit that way.
The battle begins.
Well, what I don't have to draw for is that my pro gets taken low health and loses his rune here to the Ricky and the Puck. Okay, 2-second pause, giving me time to do my overlays real quick. Okay, and we're back in already. The laning stage is about to begin here. So, Crybaby up on the mid lane against Facehugger on the Darkseer. Or Bloodseeker, I mean. Not Darkseer. Darkseer is purple guy, of course. And once Facehugger gets appointed at Thirst, he's gonna start having a pretty decent time in lane. But there is gonna be a time eventually when Crybaby on the Meepo is just gonna nuke him down. Or at least attempt to. You're never gonna stay that far ahead in farm that you can perpetually stay out of Meepo's damage range for one shot. But right now it looks like the Radiant are winning every one of their lanes. The Necrophos now finally with a bit of help from a support there, managing to at least, you know, get up on that last hit board, but looks like the Radiant are off to a brilliant start. The Phil boy on the Venomancer here. He's going with the early Plague Ward. I wonder if he did it for vision or, you know, just to be a nuisance.
Arms for the dead.
So it looks like the mid lane is gonna be won by Team Evos here on the long run. Same for the bottom lane. And see, there's the issue with the Thirst. It's so good against Meepo to just be able to run at him, apply that much damage, and eventually, yes, Meepo can nuke you, but it's not like he can lane when he usually wants to be in lane. He needs to go to the jungle way earlier, leave the jungle a bit later, and then he can get attempts to make his comeback against the Bloodseeker possible. So a bit of a weird dynamic going on around that mid lane.
Denied.
Meanwhile, MyPro just having a decent time in his lane as well. Not quite as fat as he would like to be, but as a Necrophos, you scale pretty late considering that you're mostly magical damage. You don't really have to worry about last hits that much either, because your Scythe always can secure your kills when you need them for, you know, momentum-based items. And Hape on the pucks doing a really good job here as well. Just avoiding harass. Okay, Clockwork. Gotta run at Meepo. Or Meepo what? At the Ricky. Okay, now it looks like Darkseer might be in a bit of trouble, but... Or Darkseer, what? Bloodseeker. But instead they get the Meepo first, and now Solotic dangerously low as well, and they will find him to the Ricky there. I don't know why I keep confusing Bloodseeker and Darkseer. It's not even like I play either of them. But look at that. With the Thirst, that Darkseer put out more, or Bloodseeker, I mean, god damn it, put out more than a K damage. That's actually pretty significant. 1000 damage in 5 minutes. I mean, yes, there was 2 Meepos, but usually a good Meepo player will throw his higher health Meepo in the way of any damage coming his way anyways when possible. So that was quite significant from Facehugger there. Now Crybaby, really struggling, and Meepo might be one of the strongest heroes in the game. Also look at that, 2-man courier gank attempt, will not quite get it. Uh-oh, too high. Okay, Ricky is gonna provide distraction here, allowing Ancient Apparition to at least get safety. And now the TP scroll's ready, so AA should be out. Flyku on the Ricky did a lot of work so far this game. I mean, he's helped Puck, Happy, hold lane against MyPro by, you know, forcing out early regen and the likes. He's enabled Bloodseeker to have a good start on his middle lane. And in general, he's just baiting out a lot of vision, being a pretty big pain. Okay, they might find him here, but Vlaiku still just gonna get out of there. So that D-ward committed there, still definitely worth it. But it's not like Ricky isn't doing his job. He's doing exactly what he wants to be doing. And it's definitely entertaining to watch. It's kind of up to Lorem at this point to be the reactive team here, especially with the Clockwork going down. With 7 minutes in game, and Team Evos have the very best start they could have wished for, pretty much. Evos scale slightly late gamer than Lorem as well. Meepo falls off really hard. He's kind of known for that. Necrophos might not, but then again, Necrophos only carries about as hard as a Venomancer in terms of damage. As Venomancer, you know, has insane agility gain. So, altogether I'd favor Evos here at any stage of the game. The one comeback chance for Lorem would be the mid game when Meepo is fat. And let's see, net worth. Yeah, that's gonna take him a bit to reach it. Meepo, he can flash farm pretty well, but not dying is the hard part here. And getting low health is usually equal to dying in a lineup like this.
For the twins.
Okay, those are some much needed stacks there for me, Meepo to secure. The laning stage still going quiet, but Crybaby flash firing up by quite a bit. Nearly ahead of that Bloodseeker already. I mean, net worth for the rest of Team Lorem doesn't really matter except for the Meepo at this stage. At some point it's gonna be really nice to have more net worth distributed amongst the team. But right now, oh, Ricky is gonna go down here. Just barely at the edge of that ward. He could have gotten out as well if, you know, he would have if he would have known exactly where that ward was. I think he could have navigated around it, because he walked like this a bit. It was like this curve, so turn time wasted there instead of just straight up beelining it. I mean, I know he didn't really have time to respond there, but it was so close. They had to commit the vacuum. Still got a Ricky kill. Good for Lorem. Really damn good, because now Meepo is given space to farm without a nasty Ricky poking around. Kinda unconventional to have a Meepo farm Ancients, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
it is a lot of resources, a lot of safe resources to recompensate for not being able to get anything out of the laning stage here. Look at that. Meepo now struggling for the top of the net worth spot already. Considering that, you know, Bloodseeker just ran over him. Meanwhile in the bottom lane, Ancient Apparition just teleported out there. Ever so barely. They're still looking around, but got a good idea that it's that the AA is out of there. Top tower is gonna go down to Team Evos.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
So 2-4-0 towers right now, but it's up to the Meepo to kind of change that. Meanwhile, Necrophos. Wait, is he gonna go for a full pipe or just a value hood of Defiance? I mean, I'm not quite sure what kind of playstyle he wants to play here. And Clockwork just gonna go down to the Rupture from the Bloodseeker. Now the Meepo's coming in. Silence up here, but look at the damage they do with the right clicks. They're leveled as hell. Can Puck somehow get out of there? Yes. Damage over time not quite long enough, and
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
so one kill for bottom tier 1. It's still a tower. It's still a tower that Ipsum needed. Ipsum kind of need to open up the map, allow themselves to try and get a couple of ganks going, while Meepo is farming for his momentum. And then all of a sudden this game could turn around really fast. I wonder if it will actually.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean, what if Evos just plays super defensively now that Meepo is online? But Meepo is already online. Didn't have a hard time. Oh, he committed the Earthbind there instead of going for the pure damage. That might have cost him the kill there. So Facehugger is gonna be fine. Crybaby wants more out of this. He's doing well, but he needs to be continuously doing perfect from now on. If Evos are given a chance for a major comeback, well, comeback for a major, you know, for a major one team fight, because Evos are technically still ahead despite Meepo pushing the tempo of this game and being the leading hero here. It could become really bad all of a sudden. And pick up on the Necrophos. Evos just, I mean, they don't really have a lot of hard to reach win conditions or anything. Bottom Midas on the Venomancer to make sure they go to that late game they want so badly, because then Meepo all of a sudden is no major threat anymore. Like, yes, he hurts like hell, but at some point Meepo damage is gonna be really mitigatable when people have force steps, people have a bit of nuke damage items like Dagon. Puck went for a soul ring, by the way. Interesting choice for
Dire's
Hubby.
middle tower is under
Or
attack.
Huppy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Crybaby continuing that flash farm is about to get Alchemist tier net worth lead here. And if he turns that into he could potentially just turn that into an Ethereal Blade to push the tempo even more here. Not only does it give him a ton of attack speed and right click damage, it also really enables you to, you know, one-shot people with the poof. And that's gonna be really good to have this game.
For the twins.
Coin for me.
Double damage!
Dire are scanning.
Okay, now the Ricky is getting caught here. Reaper Scythe committed, Lich Ultimate coming out a bit too late to enable the Scythe there. But, okay, Ricky actually with the double damage rune almost got the kill on the Clockwork there. Not quite so lucky. Now, my pro should be fine here by like 3 ticks. Rupture meanwhile, in deep on the Clockwork. No way of him getting out of there. Facehugger just getting 1 free kill on the sidelines there.
Radiant's
And I mean,
bottom tower is under
this guy has huge range. He doesn't even need to directly run on in there.
attack. Structures are fortified.
So, decent return kill to get.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The mid tier one now gonna drop 2 Evos as well,
Dire's
who
middle tower
are doing really decent in this game. I mean, considering that the Meepo is so incredibly farmed. And I mean, yeah, maybe it's gonna be a big priority to shut down the Meepo here, but that's not gonna be easy. Okay, with the Ricky there, they do found Crybaby. Find 2 more heroes though. Big team fight. Do they want to commit for it? Looks like they can, and they will. Clockwork now gets taken quite low health, and he's dead. That's it. That Clockwork. The Meepo gets the poof interrupt, gets silenced up, but he poofs in his unit instead of out of there. But he goes down. That's a big gold net worth swing. That's the shutdown of that incredibly strong hero I was talking about. He was worth so much gold. Even if it's a 2-for-2 trade, it's definitely what Evos needed here, because Evos, they just need to go late game, wait till the Meepo falls on off, and I mean, I know it takes a while for Meepo to actually fall on off, because in mid game till like 40 minutes, Meepo is really strong. But by denying him some big core items and making sure that your carry, Facehugger, on the Bloodseeker here gets farmed, seems fine. And he's gonna go for a Radiance as well, just to benefit even more of that insane AoE damage his team is bringing to the table. I mean, this is just how you make the most use of a Bloodseeker. You get Radiance, you get a team which is able to put a lot of people low health, and you let Thirst do the rest for you. And altogether that fight turned into a really good gold swing around for Evos here, but they honestly only care about killing Meepo. They don't need to fight against anyone. It's not like anyone is getting really dangerous. Now a kill on the Necrophos there. Perfect Dream Coil just to keep him in the Ice Blast. And I mean, Ice Blast, it does deal a lot of damage, even though the tick damage is nearly nothing. 12.5. I remember when it was around nearly twice as much on level 1. Of course, then back then all the other abilities on Anti-Apparition were useless. And Facehugger now gonna go down to the Meepo here, who is ruptured up. Happy getting out of there. The Anti-Apparition not quite so lucky. And Meepo now trying to commit on this kill here. Ricky will get the kill on the Meepo. Meepo went a bit too aggressive there. Didn't just go out. Didn't just try to get out of there as soon as he had that set up. And this Ricky pulling his weight in that fight, dishing out a lot of damage early on. He's pretty fat as well. I mean, considering he's just a position 4. Face boots into Diffusal Blade seems really good. Good gold swing for Lorem, but Lorem don't need gold swings. Lorem need team fights to enable themselves to get objectives. Meepo, he does have the lifesteal 10, so he can go Roche. Once there, you know, has been a good team fight, like 2-for-2 trade or something, as long as the Meepo still lives afterwards. And then they can just run to the Roche pit, get that Aegis, and use that to push down a couple of tier 1 towers, which Lorem desperately need to do right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Okay, and it looks like the Roche is gonna get contested by Lorem here without any chance of pickup, which means Evos want to fight here. Right here, right now, this is where they want to fight. And look at that. Venoman's ultimate committed there just to make sure Bloodseeker turns into a racing car. Ricky gets a kill on the Crybaby there. The Reaper Scythe is going to come on in, finish off too high, meaning Necrophos back to full health, but they did kill off the Meepo here. 1-for-2 still. Okay, Meepo now forced to buy back. TNT went down to the Ricky. Darkseer just going to teleport out of there. But the Roche attempt is denied. They did force out the Meepo buyback as well, so Evos now 5k ahead net worth wise. Okay, and the Roche contested once again. Ricky using the courier to scout out there, but Roche just goes down now, so kind of compensating Meepo for having to buy back there. Still, now now it's harder for Ipsum to make a lot of use from that Aegis. I mean, you just spent 1,000 to get a Roche, so you kind of didn't really spend a lot of money and you got the Aegis up. But there's insane target focus from Evos, so still a really hard game for Ipsum to somehow assert their dominance and you know, get that swing they need. And Evos, they continue to push the aggression here. They got a they got a Midas up. Hape is sitting at a really comfortable spot experience-wise. Facehugger on the Bloodseeker will have a bit of a delayed radiance, which makes, you know, Meepo's life easier. There's big smoking here, which got scouted out by the Ricky. But Ricky somehow managed to get out of there. I wonder how. Did he just juke them away, or maybe they thought that there was a lot of heroes available from Evos to rotate in there and intercept that smoking. Either way, now the first tier 1 here finally, or the second actually, second tier 1 of course, finally gonna fall for Team Lorem. Meepo making sure to maintain his GPM. Lorem. I feel like Lorem need a team fight right here. I mean, they are behind. They do have a really good lineup to team fight around this timing. The problem is just if you find like those small even fights where Evos manage to keep all of their high value targets alive, it's gonna be pretty hard. But one good team fight could definitely favor Team Lorem here for quite a while, and with the smoking they might just be able to initiate it. Okay. The Bloodseeker being gone on. No way he can do anything there. I mean, just start up, it's a melee hero. He's not really tanky as of yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It is just a pickup though, and if this results in a tier 1 for tier 2 trade, it should be definitely extremely favorable for Evos. I mean, tower trades always favor the team who has already taken more towers from their opponent. Clockwork is gonna run down the anti-separation. Meanwhile, Ricky gets caught. Manages to turn around, but gets... Okay, that was a really good fight there. The only one who got taken down in the end there from Lorem was Solitic on the Clockwork, which is really fine. You're just completely okay with that. And nearly 60 seconds without a Ricky. Who is insanely leveled, by the way. Managed to snatch a lot of experience across the map. Got some high value kills when they really mattered. So Lorem, I wonder what their approach is gonna be. I mean, the game plan here is kind of obvious. Win team fights, take objectives, rinse and repeat, and try to prevent your opponent from going late game. And with Meebo now getting the sheep stick up, it should be definitely possible. I mean, you're only afraid of the Venomance for the time being, who is surprisingly huge thanks to that Midas of his. And even that Venomancer isn't so dangerous. Like, once he ults, you need to make sure you get the pipe off, sidestep the Ice Blast, but then you should be fine.
Dire are scanning.
Arms for the dead.
So we're gonna play the waiting game for a bit. I mean, the problem, and this is seriously one of the few problems I'm having with the Southeast Asia scene, is that a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times people play according to one win condition. And that makes it really boring to analyze the game. In Europe it's far more people will try to play intuitively and then see, okay, what win condition can we get here? Can we just go late game? Do we need to focus X hero? Whereas here it's far more, okay, so Meepo needs to get farmed, then we need to take objectives and prevent the enemy from going all to late game. Should be easy enough. Let's just get Meepo farm for now and then wait till we find a good initiation. And I mean, Evos, they have just as boring of a win condition. Just don't lose. I mean, the longer this game keeps going, the better of a position you're gonna be in. Meepo at this rate will hit the point where he has to kind of stop getting stronger in, you know, about 10-15 minutes from now. Whereas Venomancer just getting a lot of farm up. Got the Hurricane Pike here. I wonder what he's gonna go for next. Right click Venomancer seems kinda good here. It is a bit underestimated, but I mean I'm referring to the Maelstrom build. I know it's considered a meme, but so was Bloodseeker Radiance a while back. And those two items really have a lot of synergy, especially, you know, with the Thirst. Another choice for Venomancer to just be a general nuisance would be to... I mean, this guy can pretty much go whatever he wants to. It's kinda late for a Veil, you don't really need a Veil up. If you want one, then Puck should be the one carrying it. Okay, that was a really good call. I did not expect Puck to actually be going Veil now.
Behold!
But... it is the right read, which means probably a right-click-ish Venomancer. With the armor reduction he already has and the Hurricane Pike there. And let's see what Lorem got to deal with that. So my pro, Rod of Atos. That's okay. Happy got caught there. I really thought he knew that they were all there because he was so reluctant. He continued to just kind of stay back, kind of make sure not to get caught. And then all of a sudden, he was like, okay, the enemy's got to be gone by now. I've been sitting here for so long. And the patience there from Lorem pays off with Puck kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Okay, so just a bit of slow siege going on here. Venomancer trying his best to rat that last tier 2 tower.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Ricky sniped the courier over there.
Dire's
And
bottom
we'll just
tower
walk
is
out to
under
tell the
attack.
tale.
Bounty.
Clockwork just committed the dust there. I mean, when you had to... they just had a ward here still, so they kind of thought that Ricky, he didn't go this way, he kind of walked like this, and that was a really smart play because it kind of forced out detection there, and it guaranteed him to get out. Just by faking out your opponent's vision, once you know the approximate location of a ward, you can save your life like that. Meanwhile, Clockwork seems to be in a bit of trouble, but in comes the Meepo. Do they have enough damage on this guy? I mean, Crybaby here is pretty damn strong. Now Facehugger is full racing car mode. And Puck trying to get out of there, and they got the Meepo with all of that damage over time as well. Some nuke damage from the Puck. Now my pro. I mean, at this point, Facehugger, nothing but that prevents him from going in and running at people. Can they get it? Yes, they do get Kuroro on the darks here as well. And look at that fight, especially with the buyback submitted now to defend tier 3 already. Really good fight there from Evos, and Lorem Ipsum. They did have one really balanced win condition, the Meepo, but Meepo got shut down hard. And honestly, this kind of play is why a lot of people don't like watching Seiya as much as they do with Europe, and I can kind of get why. I had really hoped for Lorem to at least, you know, get the turnaround, be sieging tier 3, and the game would actually be close, but it looks like Lorem might be in a really bad position right now. Not out of this quite yet, but only one, like they only got one more chance to get a good fight. Maybe two with the buyback on the Meepo, but after that it's just gonna be taken. It's gonna be game here for Evos, and let's see if Lorem are able to somehow pull that off. Okay, so the Pillboy snatched the Aegis there. Clockwork went on in for an attempt on that steal. Meanwhile, Ricky just man-fighting up against the direction of foes. Ice Blast will not connect, and Meepo comes on in there. Facehugger got the Radiance finished off a bit late, but you got Philboy setting up every kill for you anyways. I mean, to be fair, this Venomancer is doing most of the work. Facehugger, his task was kill Meepo early on. Once, maybe twice. The more often you do it, the better our chance to win this game. And he's done that. So now at this point he's kind of cannon fodder. Or was kind of cannon fodder. As Phil can do all the work. He can do all the carrying himself. And what a build. He went for the Mjolnir. My calls are really on point with these guys. Evos definitely know what they're doing here. I mean, so are Lorem, but the thing is, Evos, they started the game off in a dominant position. It's really hard to come back compared to, you know, winning a game which starts out even or which is currently at an even spot. And they will get that Ricky ult just to make sure you definitely have enough damage. Nice TP interrupted there, and this is a Ricky build I do approve of. Just because you're position 4 doesn't mean you can't actually bring some damage to the table. Now Puck gonna be able to get out of there. Enterprise not so lucky. Okay, Jules has to be committed. Meepo, however, went down to Philboy, and Kuroro is gonna die as well. Double kill for Philboy. Meanwhile, Facehugger just killed off Myper on the sidelines there. I mean, it's really up to Philboy to still deal the damage right now, and he's able to do that, so absolutely no problem there. While Facehugger's just more, he plays more like a Lycan right now. A Lycan with less push and more movement speed. Okay, Phil just got out of there, just barely. Took a lot of damage, but is back to base. He still does have the Aegis, but if he would have died there, he couldn't have teleported out and would have probably lost his Aegis. Now tier 3 went down, while everybody on Evos' side is gonna get driven back, and Lorem, they're facing more and more pressure as the game goes on. Okay, Smoke Gang coming in. Using the Necrophos as bait there. Okay, and Ricky jumps into 4 smoke people, but gets the Ricky ultimate off, gets the silence up on the Meepo there as well. Facehugger's still down for a while. Lich ultimate. Doing a good deal of damage, but it's not going to be enough yet. Kuroro is going to go down to Philboy now as well, and Philboy bringing the damage here. Necrophos is going to go down. Meepo just had to retreat there, he knew it. I mean, Crybaby. He knew, okay, I'm the high value target, if I go down the game's lost. And then all of a sudden you see, you know, you see 4 people in the smoke, getting the smoke revealed and dying one by one. Just being pretty much torn apart from each other there. And Philboy, this guy's outputting a good amount of damage. Venomancer with 400 DPS, not bad at all.
Dire's middle barracks are under Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Meepo going on in onto the Puck, but Puck manages to get out. Meepo goes down. 2 minutes without a Meepo, and now at least Lich's gonna go down here. GG's being called.
Savage
Facehugger giving the brutal savage wreck there. I mean, this was actually pretty brutal and savage. I mean, Lorem, they played to 1 win condition, which they didn't achieve, so it was pretty much unwinnable here. I mean, I know a lot of players turned it into a meme right now to say unwinnable every time they lose on stream or something, but this was actually
the red light haunts you.
Evos just played
when the silver lining's after you. Don't you turn around away. Baby, it could be too late. day your world turned. I was there back when your heart burned. Don't you trade away your love for hate, 'cause baby it could be